Hi everybody.
Hello.
Hi Itamar. So welcome to our Q&A video. Let's start right off with Nicolo Stamboglis from Twitter. Hi Nicolo. If Sansa is Elizabeth, will she destroy Greyjoy's armada after the war against the Walkers is over? Interesting. We hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe. We actually made a video about it, but we
Scrapped it.
Yeah, the Armada in 1588 was a very, very important event in in modern England history.
And thus in the modern world history.
Yeah. But practically, the Armada is the name that was given to the Spanish fleet.
The strongest fleet in the world.
The strongest and biggest fleet in the world at that time, and the Spaniards were planning to invade England and depose Elizabeth and put like a Catholic queen or king instead of her.
Because she was Anglican.
Yeah, bringing back England into the Catholic fold. Elizabeth, with the help of her main, privateer Francis Drake, outmaneuvered the Spaniards, entrapped them, burned their ship, won, and that launched England to be a naval superpower until the Second World War.
And she was the underdog, the clear underdog. Everybody thought she was going to lose.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, let's go to our patrons, Catherine and Jason Lannister. Hi. Who have been your favorite characters and why? And if you could change season 7, rewrite the script, what would you have done? Let's start with the latter question. What if I could change one thing? Let's do it that way. If you could change one thing, I would find a better storyline than the Expedition Beyond the Wall.
Yes.
And just like get another reason to find to get the dragon there. For example, maybe Bran sees them getting to the wall. Maybe have that battle at the wall and make it super dramatic, and that they have to flee because the White Walkers are winning, and one dragon is dead.
Yeah.
And this is the end of the season. One dragon is dead. He is now alive. The wall has fallen. I think this is way more dramatic than the 2 last episodes. That's me. Boom.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Okay, so you go. Who has been your favorite character and why? In the show?
In the show,
One character, favorite character in the show, one favorite character in the books. Boom.
the books, Tyrion is my favorite.
For me, it's Jon.
Tyrion and Arya are my favorites.
Also Arya. And in the show?
In the show,
Right now, let's say right now. Season 7, who has been your favorite character in season 7? Cersei.
Grey Worm.
I think Cersei just like made everything pop. Even if she didn't have the greatest lines or anything, everything there was soul and depth and layers and stuff. So, boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to Misty306 from Twitter. Has anyone else realized that there will be 5 Valyrian blades at Winterfell? We haven't realized. So, Longclaw, the dagger, Sam's,
Brienne, and Jaime.
Boom, that's nice. Okay, so the battle will be in Winterfell. So we have not realized that, but now everyone realizes it. Thank you, Misty. Andrew Johnson. Does the shrinking role of the Maesters and the Citadel undermine Itamar's theory that they will eventually bring science and modernity to Westeros?
Not undermines, but maybe, the role of the Maesters is not the same role they have in the books. They're kind of in the backstage more. They don't really act like as a political faction.
And you don't think that we'll see something of that sort in the story, in the books?
I don't know. There's not a lot of time for that. There's not a lot of time.
I
think maybe that will be hinted, like the times are changing and
in the show,
and the knowledge should be spread, and all the institution needs to adapt or
die.
Collapse. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, we a little bit amended our original theory about the Maesters. We thought they will spread knowledge, and then we kind of changed it that the knowledge will spread kind of in spite of them.
Yeah.
So that still works.
I still think
that still works. I think we'll see the Citadel again next season.
Yeah, I still think that the magic needs to die, and the enemies of magic are still the Maesters.
Yeah, the scientists.
Yeah.
Okay. Follow-up question from Nicolas Dahir. Are D&D just dumping the Maesters? They felt like useless this season. I didn't think they were useless. I liked every single scene in the Citadel.
Yeah, I liked it. It
The
was
actor's
carried
good
by the
actor.
yeah, it was carried by the actors.
And always, and you had this tension between keeping knowledge and using knowledge. I thought it was well done, Nicolas. That's just me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to a great question from Albo, a patron. No questions, just give me a shout out, Gil, please. Shout out, Albo. Boom.
Sup, Malbo.
We also got a shout out from Itamar. Incredible. I'm sure that just made your day. David Scahill. Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Dangerous ideas from history. We had a video about dangerous ideas in the story. I'd like to see Gil do a video on veganism. Asked and answered. We'll do that in a high society video. Talk about veganism, how veganism is maybe the most dangerous idea out there. I'm saying that as a vegan. Dangerous in a good way. We'll do a high society video about that.
We can.
Not except excited.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave Chandler. Other than Machiavelli, what philosophers do you think would be well adjusted to life in Westeros? It's a little bit difficult because in the Middle Ages you didn't have a lot of philosophers.
Well, it's difficult questions because philosophers in general are not well adjusted to any world, you know.
Right, they don't like the world, that's why they are philosophers.
Yeah, and there's always like, you know, Marx always talk about a lot about the praxis, and that's like the practical side of the ideas that is kind of neglected with the philosophers. And
right,
you know,
what about Buddha? There's a lot of suffering in this world. He can get a lot of people to follow him. Just like the world is shit, suffering is everywhere, you're gonna die, there's diseases, everything is horrible, just like let's go to the woods, let's go to the mountains.
They will kill him very fast.
Nah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't know what with philosopher will...
maybe a political philosopher, another political philosopher.
I don't know. The philosophers are difficult people, you know, when they write, racist. Especially during the Middle Ages. They wrote in an obscure way, and they're not, you know, easy to understand. Maybe because they wanted to make it obscure on purpose, to avoid the church, you know, reading and saying what the fuck. Even the bravest philosophers. Like Spinoza, his most radical stuff were published post-mortem. And even Descartes that said, I want to throw every rotten apple outside the basket and return only the ripe apples, which means like the true knowledge. Even he said like, I accept what the church says and I don't want to, you know...
I don't want to die! Yeah. I don't want to die! Okay, let's go to Mike's Fusius from Twitter. Do you think he will give Jon Snow a different real name in the books to Aegon? I think so.
Yeah, I think so actually. Yeah.
Why not?
First of all, because there was already an Aegon that was descendant from Rhaegar.
Right.
So I don't know.
Not many people know about that.
Yeah, maybe they didn't even mention that in the show, so they can use that name.
Right. He had two sons from Elia Martell.
I think a daughter and a son. Yeah.
Daughter and a son, okay. Maybe. And their heads were smashed. And one of them, so the son was Aegon.
Yeah. And there's already a fake Aegon or something like that.
Maybe it's a fake. Someone is going out there and saying, I'm the real Aegon. Yeah. I'm his son. Mm-hmm. So you'll have a battle of Aegons. He will know that he's the real Aegon. He's not the real Aegon. Yeah. That'll be interesting, actually. Maybe that will justify adding Aegon, the fake Aegon, to the story, because now you'll have a battle of Aegons.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. Last question. Hi Itamar, hi Gil, hi Sumaya, dear patron.
Oh, Sumaya. Oh.
Do you think
Namaste.
In the last scene of the finale, the Whites created a stark sigil from the bird eye view? Did you see that?
I saw that, yeah.
Do you think it was an accident? I don't know. It goes well with your theory about the White Walkers. Yeah. Please share. The people want to know.
My theory is that the White Walkers are actually the Starks, or the first White Walker was a Stark and was supposed to be used as a weapon against the Northern men. You know,
So they took the
first men.
Starks because the Starks were prominent, let's say, back then. So they took a Stark to make him a
Yes.
super Stark
Exactly.
in order to kill the other Starks and Stark-like.
Yes, and that maybe also could be could explain why Benjen, who is a Stark, wasn't really turned by the White Walkers. So maybe there's like a Stark
Right.
wall. You get it?
Also, John. Also, John explains why John wasn't turned.
Yeah, it wasn't
neither,
turned
I
when he
guess.
died, yeah, it's
And
true.
he's a white. He's kind of a white.
Yeah, it's kind of a white.
He's fighting for the living, but he's kind of dead.
Yeah.
Kind of
So
dead. He's fighting against his
I
own
saw
interest.
that too. This, you know, we are a pattern-seeking creatures, so maybe it was a coincidence. But no, maybe,
Nah, but somebody drew that. It's not
Yeah.
really in nature.
yeah. So
So they're building that up. I'm hoping it will
Yeah.
make it interesting. That is, maybe this whole story is a Stark family feud
Exactly.
that started generations ago.
Yeah, and the White Walkers are filled with hate because they're cursed. They are like
Yeah.
the cursed Starks, and they wanna
The Car
break the
Starks.
curse.
Car Starks.
Oh, yeah. The cursed Starks. They want to break the spell in some way.
Maybe.
And, yeah.
So this also explains why Bran is there with the connection, the Bran Night King connection and all
Yeah.
that.
And Bran the Builder was the one that built the wall.
Right, against his other Starks,
yeah.
whatever Stark family.
Yeah, supposedly, yeah.
There's a White Walker, black sheep in every family. In every family. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Thanks for watching. We also want to thank our patrons for supporting our channel and being a part of our community on Patreon. And thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.